So hi guys, my name is Srinivas. I have 20 plus years of experience in IT, out of which 10 years into completely machine learning algorithms. From past 9 months, I've been working with generative AI. So welcome to generative AI world, which has become a major buzzword across the globe. You all know that. So today we are going to cover like what is artificial intelligence, what is machine learning, what is deep learning, and generative AI, how this generative AI is born, what are the reasons behind it, and what is the exact difference between generative AI and machine learning, and what skills we need to learn, how is the job market. So what way we are going to help in preparing resume and providing interviews for you guys. So today we will just talk about all these concepts. Let's start with artificial intelligence. So before that, we all know that there is data. So we have been working in the data. It's a more of a numerical and low volume of data. So this data now has been transformed to big data. Big data is a very large volume of data. Not only large volume, different variety of data, not only variety of data, high velocity data. So this big data is getting generated because of IoT, Internet of Things. IoT is nothing but connecting your objects to digital world. So whatever object you see, that object will be connected to internet world or digital world. That's where you start extracting the data in the form of images, in the form of videos, in the form of text, in the form of speech. Of course, there are different types like unstructured, semi-structured, multi-structured data. That data we are calling it as big data. Wherever you see these four V's like volume, velocity, variety, and veracity, that data we call it as big data. So by 2025, we are going to see 325 zettabyte of data. It's a very huge amount of data. In layman terms, if you want to understand the volume of the data, that is 1 zettabyte is equal to 1 CD to every person in the world. So imagine how much amount of data we have got today. Every 18 months, this data is getting doubled. So this is where many opportunities are. That is the reason every country, every company, every CEO is focusing on this data, like how do you capture this data, how to analyze this data, how to create dashboards or insights from this data. Okay. So now whenever you want to automate any object, or whenever you want to make your machine to act like a human, like recognizing a speech, making a decisions, identifying data patterns or data insights. That is called artificial intelligence. So it is a theory or methods to build machines think like or act like a human. Example, recognizing speech, making decisions, identifying patterns. So that is called artificial intelligence. Nowadays, you see only very few objects are connected to artificial intelligence. So in near future, we will see most of the objects will be connected to artificial intelligence, will start functioning without any functioning like a human beings without any external programming. But how are we going to build artificial intelligence objects? That is with the help of something called machine learning. Some of you may be heard about machine learning or maybe familiar, maybe worked in machine learning. I'll just introduce the theoretical concept here. The machine learning is a part of artificial intelligence, which will be using which algorithms which will be trained on the data sets. These algorithms can also be called as models. These models are capable of predicting outcome or fraud detections, classification, clustering, categorization, recommendations. All this can do without any human intervention. So these machine learning algorithms are written by data scientists, algorithmists, okay, or machine learning experts. In generative AI, we don't need to build any machine learning algorithms, remember. So machine learning algorithm is a part of artificial intelligence. But most of the cases, machine learning algorithms are prepared on numerical data. numerical data types. In case if you want to do some operations on images, video, a speech, then we have to go for deep learning algorithms. A deep learning algorithm is again a part of machine learning, which will be executed based on artificial neural network. This artificial neural network is inspired from human brain neural networks. You all know that our human brains are built with neural networks. So deep learning algorithms run based on artificial neural network architectures. There are different types of deep learning algorithms, ANN, CNN, RNN. We will be discussing in our regular classes. Don't worry too much about those algorithms. So these deep learning algorithms are applied on images, speech, video to recognize something, to detect something. There are many use cases deep learning also, but deep learning is a part of machine learning. So these are the top use cases of AI: customer experience, supply chain, human resources, fraud detection, knowledge creation, predictive analytics, real-time operations, customer services, pricing and promotions. Almost everywhere. AI is part of everywhere nowadays. So we are all users for AI. You know that AI is built with from big data. We are all users for big data. We are all reasons to generate big data. Now, what is generative AI? Generative AI is a part of deep learning. Generative AI is mainly used to generate some new thing, a new object, or any new concept, or new text, new video, new image. But generative AI is a part of deep learning. It's born from deep learning. Deep learning born from machine learning. Machine learning is born for artificial intelligence. So how does generative AI works? What are the internal components of generative AI? Here we have a users. Users will, let's say, will have some questions. They need to interact with generative AI. They need to interact with generative AI. That interaction can happen through prompts. Prompt is nothing but asking questions. This entire prompting is called prompt engineering. There are different ways of asking questions, different techniques, different methods. That is called as a prompt engineering. Prompt engineering is one of the major modules of Generative AI course. Just with the prompt engineering, there are plenty of job opportunities across the globe. No coding skills is required, little creativity and minimum degree is required. The millions of job opportunities already created. You can Google it and identify how many job opportunities are there. These prompts will be entered as input to generative AI. In generative AI, we will be having a foundation models. Foundation models means predefined, pre-trained models or algorithms. These models will generate a text, will generate images, generate audio, generate video, generate a code, generate a speech. These are the new generations. These are the new generations. Okay. So these new generations will be generated with the help of prompts. Who will create prompts? Users will create prompt for generative AI. Remember, in generative AI, we don't need to prepare any machine learning algorithms. We don't need to write any machine learning code. Remember that. But what is the difference between machine learning and generative AI? In machine learning, you can do predictions, you can do recommendations, classifications, clustering, and fraud detection. But in generative AI, we will only generate something like text generation, image generation, video generation, speech, code generation, already code refinement, or use cases creation. Here in machine learning, we prepare algorithm, we train algorithm, we deploy algorithm, we tune algorithms. Algorithmists and data scientists will prepare these machine learning algorithms. There is a lot of coding, mathematics, statistics are involved. But in generative AI, we will not be preparing any machine learning algorithms. So we will be using existing machine learning algorithms, predefined machine learning algorithms. Predefined machine learning algorithms. So that is where we call it as a foundation models. So we'll be using foundation models. Now we have a clear difference between machine learning and generative AI. In generative AI, we don't need to have any mathematical skills or statistical skills. Little coding skills are required. So let's try to dig into details of generative AI. So as I told you, there are foundation models. What are those? LLMs, GANs, VAEs, multimodal, ChatGPT, DALL-E, Bird. ChatGPT, most of you are already familiar. Some people might be working on ChatGPT in your daily life. It's a very, very powerful tool. But this ChatGPT, Bird, these are all the general public GPTs, generative AI models. These are trained on general public data sets like Wikipedia, any social media like YouTube, so Facebook and all, or any website links. These are all trained on huge data sets, billions of parameters. But where is the generative AI come into picture? If you want to prepare your own GPT, your own bird, then you need to learn this generative AI course. Then you need to know foundation models. But what for you are going to prepare generative AI models? For you to write some story, for you to build some movie, or if you want to prepare a music, or you want to prepare a resume, or you want to prepare an article, or you want to prepare a white paper, or you want to prepare email, or you want to improve some email text, or you want to prepare some presentation, or you want to have some explanation on the videos, or you want to convert that video into text, or you want to convert text to video, or you want to create a music in different styles. So be it any field, everywhere generative AI is going to be part of it. Everybody has to learn generative AI. So there is a lot of change in every field. It's going to impact every area. So you can translate from one language to another language. So now we understood that in generative AI, we don't need to prepare any machine learning models. There are foundation models, which are inbuilt models, pre-trained models. So your job is to use those models, prepare generative AI use cases. Okay, so you all know DALL-E is mainly for images and the videos, ChatGPT for most of the text-based, Bird is for real-time data. This is where you will be using a text-based ChatGPT from Microsoft. DALL-E also is from OpenAI. Bird is from Google. So these are all the open public generative AI interfaces. That's what we have discussed. Okay, so these are the generative AI tools like Jasper, AI Writer, GPT. You can use these tools and prepare your own generative AI use cases based on your requirements. Your requirements may be text generation, image generation, music, code, speech, videos. Based on that, you can use these platforms. So these are the GenAI applications like art and design, music composition, content creation, virtual worlds, fashion design, financial forecasting, fraud detection, demand forecasting, health diagnosis, or even applications, architectures, coding, testing, or deployments everywhere. These are some of the industries which are impacted. So there are many industries, but I have given here few of them. Finance industry, legal, manufacturers, then manufacturing environment, gaming, architectural films, medical industry, film and media industry. So these are the benefits of generative AI. It will improve customer experience. It will empower all individuals. So you are going to perform your task more effectively, your daily task, whatever the role you are playing. Let's say you may be architect, or you may be a coder, or you may be a front-end developer, back-end developer, or you may be a database developer or database administrator. Doesn't matter, or you are a senior solution architect, or you are a sales manager, or you are a product manager, product owner. So everybody can use your own chat GPTs. So you can prepare your own generative AI for your data, for your organization, for your people. Remember that. So you are going to train your models on your data sets, what you have, not on the public data sets, not like chat GPT, not like a bird. So you are going to have your own chat GPT, you are going to have your own bird, okay, generative AI models. So it can develop a new product which is not existing. It can improve a task efficiency. So on fly, you can prepare any content for presentations on any topic. It doesn't matter whichever topic you take. For any kind of problem, it will give you a solution. The only thing is how effectively you prompt your generative AI is important thing. So who created generative AI? It is not a new thing. It is a very old one. 1960s it founded by Joseph. From there, OpenAI and Google invented ChatGPT and Bird or DAL-E. From there, every company started using generative AI models, which are already available publicly, or they are preparing their own generative AI models. So some of them are replacing humans, but some of them are like empowering humans to to perform better in their roles in their daily lives. Okay. So this is our course content, a 60 days course curriculum, every day, minimum 1 hour to 15 minutes. So we have weekday batches, weekend batches. Every week we start new batches. Every day we have a demo, 8:30 p.m. or 9 p.m. You can attend those demos every day. So 1 to 10 days. So we'll be having all theoretical sessions like what is AI, ML, deep learning, pandas, Python concepts like PyTorch, and deep dive into these fundamentals of AI, machine learning, and generative AI. Then we will move on to data preparation, data augmentation. Then the prompt engineering, as I told you, there are different techniques, methods of prompt engineering. This itself is a separate kind of module in generative AI. Then we will move on to model selection, architecture design. That's where we will be covering a generative AI models, how to prepare generative AI model, how to work with generative AI models. Then how do you retrain the generative AI models with the new data sets? How do you evaluate, fine tune those models? Then how to use them for generations, integrations, and testing of those models. Then the deployment of models, monitoring and maintenance. So the 60 days are sometimes maybe like 65 or 70 days. Max is 70 days is the course duration. So we will be covering end-to-end generative AI course. So you are going to become a generative AI. So if you're a fresher or experience or mid-level experience, high-level experience, doesn't matter. Everybody has to learn this course. So we are providing extraordinary content. This content is not available anywhere else from top to bottom. So we will be helping you in preparing your resume, and we have a separate staffing company where we have recruiters working on placing people. Our people will be able to arrange interview calls for you. Your job is to prepare well and attend interviews. So almost all classes will be hands-on classes, like 70% hands-on, 30% theoretical classes. So within the class itself, you will be doing a hands-on with me. So we have a classroom sessions as well as online sessions. Okay. So this is the significant growth we can achieve, we can see in generative AI. 2 million people will get trained in generative AI skills. 132 million jobs will be created, and more than 30% of organizations will be using generative AI. It is a prediction from, I don't know, in 2022. So now it is more than 50%. Almost every organization, startup company to multinational company, started generative AI skills, generative AI verticals. So many people are getting trained. Okay, even outside also there is a huge demand on generative AI trainings. Okay. So this is the McKinsey report, close to 4.4 trillion dollars of revenue, which is expected, and it is contributing to global economy. So this is predicted by McKinsey, not by me. So there are many companies like Gartner also predicted, and IBM, Microsoft, Google, everywhere everybody is talking about generative AI. So this is the